Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video, not only because I have an unboxing to do of new plants, but also because I'm wearing a hoodie. It's getting to be that time of year where I put on a summer dress because it was warm this morning and I was hot, and then I got cold so I had to put a sweater on, and then I get hot so I have to take it off. It's like that time of year where it's not quite sweater weather but also not quite summer anymore either, so that's exciting to me because I love the cooler weather, although that means I'm running out of time to buy plants online. That's the one thing that kind of sucks over winter, is that you can't ship plants. Well, you can, it's just more risky and I don't like doing it. So fall is my preferred time of year to start shipping, because you're not getting that really intense heat that's going to cook your plants if they end up sitting somewhere in transit, but it's not freezing cold and you're not going to end up with cold damage kind of thing, at least not until late October. I have some assistants already. This is the assistants. Love me. Goodbye. You can't be on the plants. I'm sorry. I know it's a box, and you're a cat, and I know those two things go together, so I will very quickly unpack this box and then you can have it to yourself. So this is from House of Plants. I did another unboxing for them recently too, and I absolutely loved the experience. It was awesome. I got some amazing plants. I think it was actually this Scindapsus Jade Satin that I had gotten from them that made me absolutely fall in love with the stuff that they have, and once again they have exceeded expectations. So I'm just going to pour out all this sealed air, which is what they use to keep plants from moving around and getting bashed up during shipping, and then they're really nicely wrapped in bubble wrap and paper. This one is... Okay, so story time. I might have talked about this before. You might have heard this story before, but no, you can't. I'm sorry. I love you. I promise. When my boyfriend and I first started dating, my kitten, Eddie, who's now a cat, it's not this one here, she hated my boyfriend. Anytime my boyfriend stayed over for the night or something, she'd go to the end of the bed, because she'd always curl up with me, but when he was around, she'd go to the end of the bed, and if death stares were a thing, if looks could kill, he would be dead right now. She did not like it. Anyway, she would bother him all night long, and it was she was trying to torment him into leaving. And anyway, there was one night where she was just particularly evil, we'll say, and so we liked to call it the witching hour. Every night at a certain time she'd just go crazy, and we called it the witching hour because whatever. And she we ended up having to lock her in the bathroom every night. It was a studio apartment, so that was the only option, and I don't know if he had work the next day. There was something going on where he needed to be able to sleep. Anyway, I don't normally lock up my cats, just saying. But I locked her up in the bathroom, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, we just hear this massive shattering sound and smashing, followed by more smashing and shattering. It was bad. I got up and I opened the bathroom door, and I have to literally force the door open because my cat has knocked every single plant off of the shelf in my bathroom. Every single plant has been knocked off the sides of my tub, the shelf, and then she had the shelf tipped over and stuck in front of the door. She completely destroyed everything in there, ransacked the bathroom. And one of those plants that ended up not making it was this it's a kitten. It was this Peperomia angulata, which I freaking love. If you don't know, it's also known as the beetle Peperomia. and something that's leaves to propagate. Something about these that I really like is that when the new leaves come in, they are like super bendy and like movable, if that makes sense, and they're light colored. But then as they age, they harden off and like they get really hard. Like they feel like a beetle. If you've ever felt a beetle, like they're hard outer shell. The leaves harden off like that and they get really nice and dark. But yeah, there's some new growth just to show you. I think new growth is fascinating on these, or a lot of different plants have like really cool. Anyway, I'm super excited to have one back because my cat killed it and I haven't been able to find one since, so now I have a gorgeous one. Super happy with that. Next up, I already have some of these like smaller pots, but some stuff happened to them recently. We're not going to talk about it anymore. I've already gone over it, and I'll be going and doing an in-depth video about what happened to my plant collection. But basically, I lost 85% of my collection, which was and still is extremely upsetting, but whatever. So yeah, my various string of pearls were in good shape, so I did just pick up another one of these while I had the chance. Now we have 2 left. I forget what this one is. Oh, I remember. Look at the size of this. Oh. So this is Hoya lacanosa, a giant hanging basket of it. I love this type of Hoya so much. And unfortunately, in that whole mishaps where I lost 85% of my collection, my lacanosa was one of them. It was just a really tiny pot in comparison, so I saw this one and I was like, you know what, this makes up for it. So I'm seeing a lot of yellowing, so I'm hoping it's okay. I'm just touching the pests. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like yellowing going on, so I might just have a closer look at this later and make sure there's nothing like no pest and no rot. It could just be from being in transit. It's normal to have some leaf loss, but it just seems really extensive. But look at the size of this pot. It's so full. Like, even if it does lose leaves, whatever. Look at the size of it. It's not gonna matter. So yeah, this was another replacement that I was really happy to have back because I really missed it. And then last but not least, this is one that that made me do this order. And if you know me, you know that when I do orders, I do like big orders typically, or like more than 1 to 2 plants, because to me, when the shipping is expensive, I feel like it's more worth it to do a bigger order if there's multiple plants there that I want, and then, you know, I'm saving on shipping in the long run kind of thing. Or a lot of websites will offer free shipping if you go above a certain price, and there's like so many times where I buy a plant and then the shipping cost is the same cost as a plant that would get me free shipping. So that's kind of how I try to do things, or I'll like do group orders with friends and stuff. So this plant, though, is what made me pull the trigger. Oh my god, it's so much better than I ever expected. Holy crap. I wish you guys can see this. I'll pick it up and turn it around. Look at this. It's a giant bush of Hoya. Oh my gosh. The size of this. Look at it. It's just like, holy cow. Do I see this? What? I am so impressed. I was not expecting this. I was expecting like the Hoya lacanosa, but no, look at this thing. It is massive. I'm internally screaming. Holy cow. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't even. No, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't do it. Leave it alone. Oh my god. You guys, my heart. Holy crap, that is so pretty. I'm so excited for that. Imagine when this gets like sun stress, how good that's gonna look. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I'm absolutely blown away by the size of this thing. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how impressed I am. Oh my god. Highly recommend if you're looking for giant baskets of Hoya. This is the place. Stop eating them, please. That being said, if you live locally near me and you want some very good Hoya, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to put it on the screen. I'm not even going to try. So if you need some cuttings, let me know. But yeah, I can't even, like, look at this thing. It's a freaking jungle. This would make a jungle all by itself.